And okie dokie, we do appear to be fully and properly live now. So hello everyone, Nehru here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We're finally in the current patch content at last. So yeah, we can take things a little bit lighter now and don't need to rush as much, since that whole wondering if I'm going to be able to get caught up in time for the next expansion is now no longer a concern.
Huh?
So I'd say we could probably afford to throw a few duties in as we're going along.
Is it wanna?
I said I'm sure we can afford to throw a few duties in as we're rolling along to spice things up, especially now that we're not in such a rush to get caught up.
Did you go back to Lalafell again?
Yep.
It's because of Shantoto, isn't it?
In part.
Or is it because of the Milala?
Let's just say all of the above and then some.
Yeah, fair enough. The irony is, wait, are you the highest height Lalafell can be?
Yep.
Because the irony is, this Allison appearance slash character customization is not 100% height. Like, just kind of like halfway default. So, yeah. Still short though.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, about as tall as a Lalafell can be.
Charming. Whatever, short stuff. You are very puntable at this height, you know?
And you're at the perfect height for kneecapping.
Try it. Just try it, you little, you little potato, or you'll get chopped into fries. Or more accurately, chopped into fries.
Well, I'm gonna go talk to Cryo real quick and get the first leg of this of the current stuff started.
Fair enough.
It was nice last time getting to see Cryo find her family and reestablish the connections there.
Absolutely.
Perfect timing, Ishtola. Gotta go north.
Huh?
Ah, you're just in time for a progress report. The decryption is finally complete. As we suspected, the data represents a partial record of Preservation's research documents. A quick scan of the files, however, failed to turn up the information Y'shtola was after.
Indeed. No mention of the Ascians, or primal summoning techniques for that matter. While Calyx doubtless received instruction from someone possessed of such knowledge, there was naught to identify this benevolent mentor. I am, however, pleased to say that we found several reports concerning the key.
We know the key is used to open paths between worlds, and was a treasured relic of the Milala. And just as the Milala were unable to return after reaching the Mist Continent, so too was Preservation unable to gain a mastery of the prize which had passed into their possession. The data suggests that a particular formula or procedure is required.
Gone down
A
into
process
the
which Calyx appears to have understood to
areas of
some
resolution
degree.
then, have you?
Yet the key proved fickle. Perfectly replicating conditions was no guarantee of success. And even when they did manage to generate a modest portal, the destination was never the one they expected. The reports practically screamed their frustration, describing the experience as being dragged around by a traveler picking roads without rhyme or reason. Serves them right, I say.
After much trial and error, Preservation began to experiment with external actuation devices for the key. Striving to maintain a stable pathway to a chosen location, they conceived of the technology that forms the gate to the Golden City.
So, their tribulations ultimately afforded them control of the key, albeit in a limited capacity, which, of course, explains why they were able to instruct Zoralja in its use. Thus enabling the unprecedented feat of transferring Everkeep and its environs to the source. After the Endless Fiend took the key unto herself, she opened pathways to other reflections in her hunt for ether, did she not?
The Milala merely used it to facilitate their exodus. To think what the key has now wrought in different hands.
For all we know, the actuation device augmented the key's power beyond its intended scope. Were your goal to plunder whole worlds of their ether, a tool designed to simply transfer people would likely be insufficient.
Shale, I don't suppose you would be able to remove the actuation device?
The machine made for that very purpose is still functional, thankfully. It shouldn't be a problem.
What do you think? We don't even know how the key works. If the device is somehow interfering or amplifying its capabilities, I believe we ought to remove it.
Give me a moment.
My word.
Ishtola?
This is the first time I've beheld the key in all its unobscured glory. The sheer density is extraordinary. 'Tis akin to the structures we saw beneath the Tempest.
Now that you mention it, the ornamentation is reminiscent of Amarot.
Have you noticed anything since the key has been in your possession?
You're suggesting the key has some connection with Azem. A plausible theory, although one we are yet unequipped to prove.
The implications that this key does somehow have some connection to Azem.
My apologies. Hello? Yes, this is Cryo speaking. That was Ojika with a message for us.
An urgent matter?
I'm not altogether sure. Tataru requires our counsel, and hoped to call upon us in person at the Baldessian Annex. Though disappointed we were not present, she appeared content to wait until our travels brought us back to Sharlayan, insisting that it did not merit our immediate summons. Her tone suggested otherwise, however, and Ojika felt compelled to contact us directly.
Mayhap the time has come for another journey across the salt.
You'd best go. Though I'll not deny that I'll be sad to see you leave.
Oh, Shale. I can't even begin to thank you for all you've done. We will be forever indebted to you and your Oblivion colleagues.
The debt is ours. We'll never forget the sacrifices you've made for us, for Alexandria. In the meantime, I shall keep sifting through the data. You'll hear as soon as I find anything of note.
Actually, I should like to stay here a little longer, if you don't mind.
You are most welcome.
And might I borrow the key for a while? I wish to study it further. With the utmost care, I assure you.
Well then, shall we be off? Ojika will be expecting us.
I mean, if there's one person I definitely trust with the key, it's Ishtola.
Indeed.
Trail to the heavens. Whew. Yeah, I'm good to queue up or something if you are.
Such as?
Oh, first things first. Ayumi Sugar, thank you for the follow. Welcome.
What do you want to try hitting, eh?
We got a whole slew of roulettes we can do.
Start it off with a trial, maybe?
Yeah,
How
that should
about
be.
DPS?
Yeah, that should be a nice little warm up.
As you wish.
The next question will be what will our luck of the draw be?
An excellent question. Where is... Ah! Well, then, while we wait, how about a little bit of a fade, huh?
I suppose.
Oh, music. Are you switching jobs?
Yeah, I did a little shopping, so so I need to update my gear sets.
Oh, how unfortunate. We've already got the pay. Uh-oh. Did you, Ah, there we go. Excellent.
Yeah. Need to update.
Oh, look who it is! It's this bitch! How appropriate! One of us switched to the most appropriate job for this.
It's going to be a long night. Your end is near. Your death will be all the sweeter.
In fact, you turned yourself into a primal, essentially.
Yeah. It does remind me though that I think I need one of these points. Need to see if I can get to try and do some of these old trials to get the mounts.
Oi! You get the what now?
The mounts. You know,
yeah.
collect all the extreme trial mounts. You get that special bonus mount of getting all of them.
Good point. Honestly, this one's the one that's really hard one to do. Like, it's doable, but if you don't kill it quickly in the final phase, in extreme mode, even if you level 100 on you know, what you call it, even if you're maxed out on the uncapped version, like uncorrected, it's relentless because it's a final phase, you know?
Yeah.
Starts killing you when you have to be in the correct area and talk. Yeah, when the debuff stack up too high.
Suffused with night, I shall prevail.
Oh crap, this is the one! This phase, actually. Moonlit. Another one.
them!
Moonlight Moonshadow buff. Oh, 2 buff.
The moonlight's chill shine petals
friggin'
pale.
Build up all the way to kill you instantly. And if you're doing it solo, the buffs build way more quickly.
Strike them! Suffused with night, I shall prevail! Your end is near.
Too much! Too much!
In sunless gloom, black tendrils tread. No, not yet. Not yet. I'll grind you under my heel.
Eat this!
Ooh.
Sayonara, Tsukuyomi.
Okay.
You realize you're just coming out here to practice while you did your stuff, right?
Yeah, I was doing the updating my gear lists and your thing came up right as I was pressing the buttons to go and hit yes to save. So I ended up accidentally accepting the teleport in the process.
Yeah, you can teleport back now. I'm gonna be out here while you do your stuff. Or at least until we do the next, thingamie.
Feels like it's been forever since I've last been to Old Charlayan.
I have no idea. Or maybe you do. Yeah, we've been in Tuliola quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
You'll never guess what's coming at the end of this. Like, you'll never guess exactly what happens right at the end.
You're certainly building it up.
Oh yeah, yeah. The what? Right at the end of this post-patch content of the MSQ. Oh, you are going to be looking forward to it. You're definitely going to enjoy it. Yeah, screw this. This is taking too long.
Planning your next journey?
Oh no, just reminiscing.
There we go.
Thinking
There we go,
back
we're
to
in
when
there.
you bought this map, and how you all encouraged me to make the voyage to Tural.
Are you glad you did?
As if you need ask. Welcome back.
Indeed, it's wonderful to see you again, Tataru.
I'm so glad you're here.
Ojika contacted us. He intimated that you were rather concerned.
What?
Come to think of it, Alphino said he and Alize would pay you a visit upon their return. Have you not seen them?
Oh no, they were here. I was regaled with many a tale of your Turali adventures. It was only once they departed for Garlemord that the rumors came to my attention.
What rumors?
Rather alarmingly, void-sent sightings seem to be on the rise across the star. I was reluctant to bother you with mere hearsay, especially when you had more pressing matters to contend with. But earlier I received a confidential report from the Grand Company of Eorzea. It's as if a mighty dam has been breached, flooding the land with foul creatures. For a blessing, most nations have managed to keep the invaders in check, and casualties appear to be minimal thus far. Though the same cannot be said for those regions with a deeper connection to the void. Their fissures continue to manifest without end, putting countless innocents in danger.
A deeper connection to the void.
Where are they?
Garlemald is the home of the Reapers, is it not?
It is. Alphino and Alize were there when the trouble began, and have since sent word that the situation has taken a dreadful turn.
Oh.
Thus concludes the abridged account of our time in Tural. Now I shall leave you with the words of the late Dawn Servant, Galul Jajar.
Damn it!
Ignorance begets strife. Understanding begets fellowship. A notion that rings true for Eorzeans no less than it does for the diverse peoples of Tuliolol.
Now it's personal.
And for Garleans as well.
Even sharing something as simple as a local dish can pave avenues of understanding. It's up to all of us to forge new bonds together.
Thank you for sharing your tale. Better they hear it firsthand than endure my clumsy retelling. Your words give me hope that we might achieve something similar here in Garlemald.
We all have the capacity to affect change. Our time in Tural taught us that much. And now that we've returned, it's time we rolled up our sleeves and got back to work.
I've already sent missives to the other nations, informing them of our Alexandrian friends. I also intend to notify the Garlean community officially. If both sides are amenable to the proposition, we shall gladly assist in establishing diplomatic relations with Alexandria and Tuliolol.
Thank you. But are you sure you've recovered from your journey? It sounded like you've hardly had time to catch your breath.
Sir! Lapis Manalis is overrun with void scent. Sustained heavy civilian casualties.
What?
Tritium Squadron reporting in. We're under attack. Void scent appeared out of nowhere and ambushed us during a routine inspection. Damn it. Is that another Fisher? Oh, no, no, no! Ah!
My comrades are under attack. We have to do something.
There's no time to lose. Come on!
The Garlean community is ill-equipped to defend themselves against such a threat. Even with the aid of the twins and the Ilzabard contingent, they face daunting odds.
We shall leave for Garlemald immediately.
Thank you. I was able to contact Thancred and Urianger too. They're already on their way. With any luck, you'll be able to rendezvous with them on arrival.
So cold.
So, time for a trip back to Garlemald.
Say what now?
Heading back to Garlemald now.
You picked a frosty spot for a reunion.
Tataru sent word that you were coming. Full glad am I to see you all. Though I'm afraid this is no time for pleasantries. Planar fissures have opened up across Garlemald, inundating the region with void scent. As far as we can ascertain, there are 2 focal points of their assault. The Ilzabard contingent are combating the threat in Lapis Manalis. Although they have suffered casualties, they appear to have the upper hand.
As well they should. The many talented Uldan thaumaturges among them should be more than capable of closing any fissures they encounter.
Which leaves the second focal point, the Clutium. Eulus and the Garlean community are attempting to mount a counterattack, but are struggling to cope with the sheer number of void scent. They've fallen back to the north of the Imperial Palace. Can you lend your aid in securing the area?
With your blessing, I would tend to the wounded returning from battle.
Of course, Kryl. Thank you. The quickest route from here to the front is via the train tracks. Once we arrive, we can support the Garlean forces as we make for the fissure in the munitions factory.
Funny. Garlemald, you say, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Oh, that's Pat. Hey?
I'm gonna guess that's a dungeon that just popped.
Where's Garlemald again?
Tertium.
Never mind. Found it. Ended up having to cramp broken glass, but yeah. You packed your winter clothes?
I do have them on hand. So, looks like we need to cure the Clitium.
Where is that? Where are you right now?
Tertium.
Oh, you're Tertium. And that's Clutium. You appropriately dressed now? After all, we are in Garlemald. Well. Ah, there you are. What's with the hat, by the way?
Yeah, I wanted to wear a hat.
Fair enough. Let's see. Flotium. So we want, Please collect the, yeah, printing machinist, so yeah. Yep, the Clutium.
Gave us the dungeon awfully fast for this one.
Yep. There's a reason for that, though. Reasons that will soon, eventually, become clear.
wait. I'm definitely eager to see more of how the jobs are going to be changed with new updates and the evolved new combat system for Evercold.
So what is this change to the combat system they're making anyway? Like, now, why are they making a change to the combat system?
Well, technically,
And was this actually during some kind of big broadcast that they did, or just like a?
It was during the it was part of the keynotes for the most recent fan fest.
Ah, that makes sense. What were the other big things?
One of them is just kind of how we now have the healers divvied up into first shield type healers. Now the tanks are going to be divvied up into main tank and off tank, with the main tanks being more focused on just tanking damage and doing counterattack, and off tank being the specialist and reducing the amount of damage that's dealt.
So, Gunbreaker's probably going to be an off tank.
Yep. Gunbreaker, Warrior, and Dark Knight are all going to be off tanks. Paladin and the new tank job, which we don't know yet, are going to be main tank.
Wait, so they're changing most, if not all, of the tank jobs to off tank and making Paladin the only main tank. That is gonna fuck dungeons up. You know that, right? It's gonna fuck a lot of runs up. Right. Because a lot of people like the Dark Knight tank.
I mean, in theory, it's going to be similar to how it is with healers. You can still do it with any healer. You can still do it with any tank. It's just that the main tanks are just more suspected of doing counterattack damage and just...
Oh, it's just changing the spec. Okay, that makes sense. Actually changing the balancing.
You're a sight for sore eyes.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's similar in principle to the divvy up with healers and how they're separate into different types.
Appreciate the help. We'll handle things from here. Take care of the Fisher.
Oh, great. This guy. Uh-oh. Nope. Yeah, decided to eat the arena damage over time, right? Eat the arena darts and take that. Because if you get hit by that, then get hit by his eyes on me attack, it will kill you. You didn't realize, you didn't notice it said that it's scanning for moving targets, did you?
I noticed if apparently the auto attack was enough to trigger it.
Oh yeah, no, the auto attack. Yeah, auto attack does trigger it. Kind of annoying. The auto attack does trigger that. Any motion will trigger it. Attack my beam! No! If he hits you with petrifying beam, then hits you with eyes on me, then it lets you finish you. Really worry at that. Ugh.
Hey,
Horrible.
yay. Is it a demonified version of the Scorpion tank?
What?
The Scorpion tank. You've seen the boss before. It's also famous as being the first real boss in Final Fantasy VII.
Oh yeah, haven't played Final Fantasy VII. Might pick up the might pick up the remake, but not sure. Didn't I end up picking up like FF XIV for a friend back last year, when after making that massive, after making that huge hat sale for the gift 2 hat on Steam, like, what was it, like, $200 hat? Then again, it was a rare, discontinued, unusual. Actually, it was a discontinued fancy fedora. It was an unusual mining light. Pretty sure it was a rare, discontinued fancy fedora. An unusual one, too. So, yeah. It was an unusual hat. Which obviously like, quite high. Because it's one of these unusual for the Great Apocalypse, so it's actually a genuine one. And it's one of the discontinued hats, one from the original line. So mining light, fancy fedora, Mitchell sports whatever the Mitchell sports shine, scout hat. No wait, Mitchell sports great too. Batman hat. But you know the ones, right? The original Tier 2 hats, first ever ones, which they discontinued. Yeah, one of those. Honestly enough, I ended up picking it up on the market, like, $40, like, about a decade ago. Had it in inventory for that amount of time. And selling it on the Steam market, get $200 for it. Like, you know, why not? Ended up buying a 6-month subscription to this game, and a couple of games for a bunch of friends. Using Steam funds. Brilliant. That was painful.
One of these kinds of demons.
Aim's accurate. We're throwing that. Using that as a romanization of a structural word, then yeah, that thing's name is accurate. Yay! Uh-oh. Back to the void with you, bastard. Ooh. Or is it back to the 14th? It's the 14th, isn't it? Which reflection is it that
the 13th, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, 13th, sorry. We're going to the 4th in Evercold, right?
Yep.
Right, yeah, the first, but with the 13th and the 4th, and then we're in the source.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How many reflections are left after, anyway? Like, there's obviously... This is the last number of Calamity, 5th, right?
7.
7.
Yeah, we went to
That
the
means
first.
7 reflections have been destroyed then.
Yeah, because we went to the first in order to prevent the 8th from occurring.
Right. Which means 7 of the reflections have been completely destroyed. So, by that logic, there's 14 reflections.
Or 13
Which
reflections
are,
in
right?
the source.
But, well, yeah, that means there's 7 worlds. There's technically 7 worlds left. Well, left intact. Which means there's 3 worlds we haven't visited so far, then. Was it 4? So we visited... But, yeah,
So we've got 7 calamities, 7 have been destroyed. And
we visited the 13th, 3rd, and, no, so we visited the 13th, we're... 13th is the last. So, 5 left we haven't visited?
yeah, but I'm pretty sure the 13th...
So to keep track.
I'm pretty sure the 13th counts as being destroyed.
True, but like, no, like, not rejoined the storm.
There.
Isn't that what the Umbral Calamities were? Rejoining them with the sword? Technically, the 13th is in the same state as well. He's on the edge of
there.
Not actually remerged currently.
So, okay.
Oh wait, no. We've also visited the 14th because, you know, Solution 9, Alexandria and all that. So we do technically only have... Yeah, we only have 3 worlds left to visit that we haven't actually visited. Because of, yeah, we visited the 14th as well, but that's Alexandria.
Pretty sure Alexandria was the 9th.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the 9th, whichever. We still got 3 left to visit by that logic. We should have visited at least 4 left.
Welcome to my domain.
Let's see, we visited Alexandria, we visited the first, we visited the Void, so that's... And that was a weird lag spike.
Take more and serve. Carry out my will.
Okay, let's...
Now for something different.
Source, first, 9th, and 15th. Yeah. So that's 4 left into this. Is that about right? Or have we lost count?
We might have lost count along the way.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. For more accurate count, let's just call about the names. By easy names like, let's see, we visited Nova and Shadow. Rat!
Not in time.
Let's see. Nova try to bring us to visit Void at the end of post-death order. Visited Alexandria, so that's at least 3 of the 7 remaining reflections. If we include the source among the reflections. No, there is probably 4 worlds left. If there are... Oh, that's 8 if there's actually enough reflection. If we include the source, then there's 10. Those AoEs are really annoying.
Yeah.
It's so hard to actually anticipate where the hell they're going to take place. Oh crap, not again! Really? Oh, kick rate doesn't happen.
Time to pull the string.
Oh no! Survive! Oh no! Damn it! We move or stand? Oh. Yeah, no thanks. Don't want to be your minion. Thank you. Go away. Another minion. Now, so many people think of it as damn yellow Disney things as a minion. Nothing against Jack, no, you know, nothing against Despicable Me, but the fact that I'm not writing about that. I'm not writing about that. We're not writing about that today. Besides, I mostly had that speech from Venture Bros. For Dr. Girlfriend, or what the hell her name became? Dr. Mrs. the Monarch. Sort of ranting about the things that the goon is not a good name, henchman is sexist, and minion you just join for the little yellow things from Despicable Me. There's no good words for underlings anymore.
I think that's all of them.
We need but seal the fissure to prevent further ingress.
It's over. I can only imagine the extent of the damage were it not for your aid. On behalf of the Garlean community, I thank you for all you've done for my people, for my home.
I shall close the fissure post-haste.
Wait.
You risked your life in vanquishing the creature. Would you at least let me bear the burden of deciding its fate? You want to go back? To the void? Your kind have entered this realm before. Some seeking death that they might rejoin the life stream. But you would choose that dark, deathless place? We know that pain all too well. If that is your wish, you must forsake this aggression. Go back to the void and devote yourself to its restoration. I have a friend, Zero, who hails from your home. She and her companions strive to bring light into the void from another world blighted with imbalance. I hear their efforts have already met with some success. One day, they'll drive the darkness from the void, I'm sure of it.
His form is imbued with the will of all those I have consumed. We shall return to our world and seek out this Zero. Then we shall see if there is truth in your words.
She won't disappoint you. That much I guarantee.
Nicely done there, Julius.
Bravo! I think Zero will approve.
Oh,
Indeed, that was truly heartening to see.
Understanding begets fellowship, right? I thought I might lead by example.
Well then, shall we head back?
Uh-oh. Oh dear. Made a mistake. Hey, and they're gonna be right back. Well, in game, please.
Yeah, roger that.
The Ilzabard contingent have contained the threat on their front. Things appear to be under control for the time being. Though it remains unclear why the fissures opened up in the first place. According to Tataru, similar ruptures are occurring across the star.
One thing is clear, however. The phenomenon is not without pattern. The tendency for fissures to emerge is pronounced in regions deeply connected to the void. Places where the barrier between the two worlds is at its thinnest.
I fear there may be a place in far greater peril than Garlemald. Though it hath since been sealed, you will recall there is a great void gate that we ourselves had cause to open.
I was just thinking of that, Oriange. What about the things up on the moon?
A gate which was instrumental in our bid to reunite Vritra with his sister and put an end to Golbez's dark plot.
Oh gods. The moon.
With our attention fixed upon planar fissures, I failed to consider this vulnerability. All other paths unto the void are but pinpricks in the veil compared to that great lunar rift.
And that rift might be yawning open as we speak. We'd better hurry.
Let us make for Bestway's burrow. I dare say the Loporrits are well aware of current events.
We ought to have Kryl join us once she finishes tending to the wounded. I shall likewise contact Y'shtola. Her knowledge of the moon's void gate is second to none.
A number of my fellow Garleans now call Mare Lamentorum home. Alphino, Alize, please see they come to no harm.
We'll be back before you know it.
A quick word, if you will. I'm not sure whether you'll run into Zero during the course of all this, but if you do, would you give this to her? Emergency rations, in case of a protracted battle. Can't imagine she's eating all that well in the void. She likes dumplings.
What happened?
Julius pulling me off the side because he wants to make sure if we run into Zero, I can give her some dumplings on his behalf.
He has got it bad.
Oh, it's so cute.
He is down so bad. Poor guy, he's got it bad.
We're doomed! Doomed, I say!
Given thy panicked state, I presume the Loporrits too are beset with void scent.
Oh, what sweet relief it is to see you all. Yes, void scent, and lots of them. They suddenly came pouring forth from the crater.
I had dearly hoped to find my worries unfounded.
For some unknown reason, the void gate seems to have partially opened. Living Ray dashed off to activate the brands and halt the Fiend's invasion, but she hasn't come back, and we've since lost contact.
I suggest
Hey,
we
give me
make
right
for the
back real
brands
quick.
without delay.
Again, but this time actually just going to the apartment. Just need to actually, you know, just need to check on some things in the apartment, see what the, actually take a look at, the apartment itself. Still trying to rebuild the place. Only just put a bed in, actually. It's really empty except for a bed. It's a very nice bed, though. It's a bit basic, but it's a very nice bed.
Okay.
Saved! I
To think what would have befallen me if you hadn't intervened!
Don't worry, Living Way. We made it in time. You're safe.
Oh, I was never in any real danger, of course. I knew you would realize our plight and rush to our rescue.
Sure you did.
Aetherius is likewise plagued with void scent. If only we'd prioritized further development of the void scent slaughter bots, we could have stemmed the tide ourselves. Oh, what a tremendous demonstration that would have been. Irrefutable proof that I was mankind's staunchest ally and the greatest lubberate to ever live. I can practically taste the praise. Fortunately, I was able to activate the brands. Should any more void scent emerge from the gate, they ought to be confined to the crater. Unless, of course, the void gate begins to expand of its own accord, or some gargantuan monstrosity tries to barge through. I don't foresee any major problems.
Living Way, might I suggest in future instances of stuff like this going down, you try to avoid Chekhov's gunning us?
True.
Even with the convenient dramatic dwam.
There you are.
I left the data in Shale's capable hands and teleported here as soon as I heard. And ere you ask, I made sure to bring the key with me.
Then the real threat yet awaits us.
'Tis Golbez's domain beyond the Void Gate. I wonder how he and Zero are faring. By the 12.
Gift of ethos.
Right. Where are you currently now?
In cutscene land on the moon.
Best Base Burrow, then. Or are you away from Best Base Burrow, perhaps?
Yeah, when I spawned in cutscene land, I was over by the crater.
Alrighty, you're right over. Blasted, teleport system work. Over by the crater, you say?
Huh?
Quick bench. You said you were great, right?
And now I seem to be in the 13.
Ah! Yeah, I gotta leave you here now.
What are you doing here?
This one's gonna be a duty. Sorry. But you're on your own for this one. Pretty sure it is, at least. Unless it's a trot. No, wait, hold on. Shit. No, regroup. Shit. Yeah, no, never mind. Never mind, it's not a trot. It's, never mind, it's a trial. Sorry. When you get out of the cutscene, regroup. I'm gonna group back up with you, because that's a trial.
Trust you to state the obvious.
Nice. It's the final trial of the expansion. Well, not of the expansion, but, you know, of the...
May as well make yourself useful. The gate's sheer size appears to have made it a tempting
by the way.
target.
Enuo, a dread void scent risen from the benighted depths of the ocean. They kept to the confines of their domain while Zeromus endured.
Sorry for splitting off from you there. I had to go do this.
It would seem. And once they had discovered a path to the Red Moon, they wasted no time in making the journey.
Can I explain what it was off stream?
No worries.
Leave the void scent nearby to us. You take care of Enuo. Facing this many foes calls for a more familiar approach. Void scent can change their form at will. Both light and darkness are mine to wield. Besides, what better to purge darkness from the void than darkness itself?
Who dares face me? A mere mortal. Hast thou come in search of power? Renown? I fight to end this world without end. All who stand before me shall fall.
Okay, digging the music. Yeah, I got a little sidetrack from the one of the other times in the conversation to answer your earlier questions, and now we're just doing the whole waiting thing. Yeah, the big thing about the evolved job system is that it's, among other things, a way to reduce the button bloat. Which, as someone who plays predominantly on controller, I am most appreciative of. And one of the things they want to do is to make it so basically by the time you hit level 50 on a character, your core hotbar is going to be what it be fully fleshed out, and from there on it'll be a little extra bits of things that are more context sensitive, for lack of a better term, to flesh it out more. Still sitting at just the two of us. What to do in the meantime?
This could be awful.
Oh?
Well, the waiting time, obviously.
Ah. See, two things I can do to keep things moving along a little bit while we wait, because, Yeah, at this point we got no choice but to wait. One, I could run around and do some gathering for the weekly custom deliveries, and two, maybe take a stab at the Hildebrand quest.
Oh yeah, was just actually continuing Hildebrand. Kind of a bit ahead of you actually. Was actually just continuing Hildebrand early before we got to the dungeon.
Yeah, it's certainly something something that can be done and while we wait. And if it ends up popping on the middle of a cutscene, though, just have to redo that one later.
True, we did just get a tank.
And I will just stay on my current job because, as much as I would like the glam of that I have on a different job, if it pops during the cutscene, I'd rather not have to worry about skipping the cutscene and having to redo the wait.
That's fair, honestly.
popped right before I got when I was right outside of a big cutscene.
Ugh, this asshole. Well, Nate, it's probably an old friend of yours. Say hello to Anowho.
All who dare oppose me shall quake before the silken dark.
Had him before?
This is one I don't recognize off the top of my head.
FFXIV.
The Void's power is mine to wield.
So this locked him up before fighting him. Yeah, we're really leaning into the FF9 stuff apparently.
Be still.
Ow! Man, this guy hits hard.
Accept your downfall.
This kicks up. Oh dear. That was fucking good. Here we go. That's the fire blaster.
Doth the yawning rift not tempt you? The void consumes. Naught will endure. Neither past nor future. Only one certain remains. You have no choice.
I breathe the darkness. Let the light guide you.
You must break free.
No! Okay. Not good. Now let's get out of here. Jeez.
Impressive.
The underlings are no more. Now to deal with NOO.
Life and death rendered meaningless.
Uh-oh. rat phase.
Light, protect us.
I will not yield my domain! Such is the power of the Void.
Because Zero went full paladin. So this is where it gets flexed on.
The Void shall never cease to be. My power is absolute. The Void's power is mine to wield. Thus did all mind cease to be. Behold the truth of this world! Accept your downfall.
Oh no. You good, Nate?
Nah, I was not paying full attention to where the thing was chasing the other guy.
Yeah, that tracks. Look at this guy.
Doth the yawning rift not tempt you? Be still. Perish. Doth the yawning rift not tempt you? Be still. Thus did all minds cease to be.
Eat a dick, animal.
They must be sealed away. glad you came. We would have struggled to face Enuo alone.
Good to see you again, Zero.
I presume you journeyed here to prevent more Void Scent from passing through the gate.
With Enuo defeated, there are none left in this realm who pose a serious threat. I dare say the problem is resolved.
Cause for alarm indeed. Tell us more. So the breach wasn't limited to the Void Gate. For better or worse, precious little has changed in the 13th since Zeromus fell. Have you noticed anything unusual?
I know not the reason events have unfolded this way, but there is, perhaps, an explanation as to why the Void Gate and the fissures opened. Here, in my domain, even the slightest change is keenly felt. When the gate opened, I sensed not the workings of some external force. Rather, it felt as if the barrier between our worlds was weakening naturally, moment by moment, until the two came to meet.
And you think this weakening could be happening elsewhere?
"'Tis a possibility.
What of Razatan and Garlemald? Eulus took mercy upon the interloper. Whether Void Scent or Garlean, we all share the same longing for home. Should we meet, I will gladly offer them aid. Please tell Eulus as much. Wait. How exactly did you get here? No mortal could traverse the Void Gate in its current state. And this path of yours is still there. I cannot see it.
Nor does it reveal itself to me. Perhaps the path serves only the key bearer.
So it is not a means to travel freely back and forth. A pity. I would have liked to see my friends again.
wasn't expecting another visit to the 13th. There you are.
Who's what now?
Just taking in a fresh visit to the 13th. First one in a while.
Fair enough. Really should try switching over to Excalibur if it's open. Like, you know, like switching over to, like, as the home world server. Just because it'd be easier. Don't have to constantly data set and visit then. Yeah, well. Anyway, yes. It was actually quite a surprise switching over to the thingamy. But what do you think so far as to what is currently going on?
Sounds like we have another major calamity on our hands brewing.
Have you met her yet? And if you haven't met her yet, you won't know who it is, so...
Probably...
You won't know who it's talking about. So no.
Probably not yet.
Upon activation, these transmitters will shine with light from beyond. Sent courtesy of our ever-watchful friends.
Bit, then.
They will serve as beacons in the dark for those that would seek me out.
I did not expect to see you here.
I am Zero, and this is my domain. 'Tis a safe haven for those who abhor conflict. Among those gathered here, many aspire to restore this world to how it once was.
Such a thing is possible?
Indeed. Though how long the endeavor will take, I cannot say. But for those of us abandoned by death itself, what do we have but time to try, and try again?
Very well. This light is ample proof your comrades spoke true. However long it takes to restore our world, you shall have my aid.
And you shall have mine. Would you deliver a message to Euless for me? Tell him that we're making progress towards rebuilding our home. And I hope that he is too.
Enuo's Memoria will be safe here. The crystal containing Zeromus has been passed on to our allies in the First. If Enuo's Memoria might serve them in restoring their world, we shall likewise consider its transfer.
How much simpler it would be to aid one another in our respective fights, were it not for these boundaries between us. Safe travels, my friend. We take comfort in the knowledge that you're out there fighting too, wherever you may be.
No luck, I'm afraid. It appears she's not in Mare Lamentorum.
Wait. Is that...
God, you had us worried.
The fact they're
You
even
suddenly
shocked
disappeared.
that
We didn't know what to think.
The warrior of light was the one to disappear for once again. Let's be honest, we make a habit of disappearing randomly like this sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, this is kind of a thing at this point.
Shortly after you vanished, the Void-sent incursion abruptly ended. We surmised you had a hand in that, but never did it cross our minds that you were fighting alongside Zero and Golbez.
This golden path you said you traversed wasn't visible to us either. Nor did we hear a voice. Ethos. Might this be the key's true name?
While many mysteries remain, for now, I am glad to learn the state of affairs in the 13th. Golbez's suspicion that the barrier twixt worlds has begun to weaken. 'Twould certainly explain the surge in fissures manifesting in the source.
Yet what could be behind such a phenomenon?
And who might you be? Not a Void-sent, I'd wager.
Greetings.
Now you've met her.
I am
This
Helmarit
bitch.
of the Asians. We
We are your sworn foes, I know. But on this occasion, will you not put away your arms?
If an Ascian helmet, it is kind of cute.
I wish only to talk.
Like in the adorable kind of cute way. Like, weirdly.
Thank you for affording me a chance.
Bereft of the Unsundered, we were under the impression you and yours no longer had cause to continue your activities. That you should reveal yourself at this juncture. I assume you are the one who bestowed Calyx with the knowledge of summoning and the reflections.
Yes, that is correct.
Was it necessary to reveal my present form as well?
Calyx. So he succeeded in transferring his memories after all.
Be at ease. Even were I to occupy a combat-oriented vessel, I would not have the ability to defeat you. You destroyed my plan, my life's work. I have naught to replace it, nor will I ever regain what I once had.
If you wish to speak, Halmarut, will you not tell us what it is that you hope to accomplish?
As you know, our star Aetheris was sundered into 4 and 10 shards in the time of the Ancients. As the will of the star, Hydaelyn perpetuated this unnatural division for millennia. And in the wake of her passing, nature has begun to reassert itself. As a wound knits itself together, the star seeks to become whole once more. Yes, it seeks to rejoin with all of its shards. Unlike the one we Ascians attempted to orchestrate, however, the star's rejoining will afford mankind no special treatment. All life and matter will be condensed into a single whole and remade for a new beginning. A complete rebirth. Aetheris will return to the way it once was. Hundreds of millions of years past. To a quiet and peaceful time. Long before the light of mankind was kindled.
Supposing for a moment we believe you, how can you possibly know all this?
It is an inevitability that I have foreseen since time immemorial. A future that awaits should creation be freed from the influence of Hydaelyn and Zodiark. The star is tolerant to life. It holds no grudges, and neither rages nor weeps for being sundered. Yet by the same token, it is indifferent to life's survival. No amount of devastation and death can compel it to stop the wheels of creation from turning.
Oh boy.
The earth shakes, and mountains spew fire. Floods wash away the fruits of labor, and icy winds freeze and starve. Countless perish as nature runs its course. So many seeds of life have already been lost. Yet in spite of this, people continue to believe that the morrow will come. But it will not. For nothing lies beyond the solstice, when all creation is reunited. When that day comes, every last trace of mankind shall be erased. I cherish man's journey. Despite losing his innocence and being made to live with suffering, he has forged ever onward. Strong, even as he is weak, his is a proud tale in the history of the star. It'd be a shame for that tale to end. For all to wither and die, when some might yet survive. Would you not agree?
If a natural rejoining doth lead unto the solstice, then thine intent is to preemptively rejoin the worlds.
Correct. It was for this very purpose that Halmarut recruited suitable collaborators from the Reflections. Individuals like me, who would willingly doom another world in order to fulfill their aspirations. The Winterers, we are called. And if you and yours seek to protect all life, then sooner or later you shall have to contend with us.
Even if everything you claim is true, what you've done, Calyx, it's unforgivable!
I do not ask that you be pragmatic, nor do I seek your approval. Given your familiarity with other reflections, 'tis only natural that you are averse to our methods. But there is one irrefutable fact that you must understand. Should we take no action at all, the solstice will come, and no one will be left alive. No one. Of course, should it serve to satisfy your ambition, you are welcome to deal with the reflections as you deem fit.
Wait.
Like the pariah and wanderer who satisfied his own when he brought the star to the brink of ruin to face you.
Why is Xenos' scythe here all of a sudden?
It's probably her summoning it as a sort of symbolic gesture. Yeah, yeah, symbolic gesture. Remembers now.
That is a bit of a revelation back there.
True. But you know what comes next, don't you?
Trail to the heavens.
Do it.
Yeah, looks like it's time to formally bring the Scions back together, because this is way too big a thing to deal with otherwise.
Yep. It's time to get the gang back together!
And for the first time in quite a long time, gonna have to head back to the old HQ.
Yep. Back to the Rising Stones in Modona. Just like old times, ain't eh? Unfortunately, can't follow you in because it's you know, an instance. But... It's gonna be awesome. And yes, even the people you don't need to speak to actually do have dialogue. Well, they always do, but... It's just extra fun, actually, you know, for old time's sake, just checking out what everyone has to say.
Yeah. I'll make sure to do that before making it the final turn.
Long it hath been.
Well,
since
that's the thing.
last
Everyone
we
has
gathered
different dialogue
here.
at different stages of the quest. Like, every single person has different dialogue at different stages of the quest. If they're not the person you need to talk to, usually at
Though
different
our
stages
order's
they will have different
dissolution
dialogue.
was indeed
and
in
different
name
input.
only. Thereafter, we did largely operate
That's why personally it takes a little
independent
longer
of one another.
when we're both caught up on Hildebrand. Where you
All of
usually
which is to
sometimes
say,
end up ahead,
Full
even though it's
glad
faster
am
rated
I
than you
to
are.
stand in such
Because it's reading
esteemed
Nashu or
company
Hildy's dialogue,
once more.
or whoever else's dialogue that isn't actually the current talk to this person object, you know? Like, for example, currently the objective for this one is to speak with Hardiboil. Probably going to speak with
Apologies
Hildebrand
for our delay.
and Nashu, however, first before speaking with Hardiboil. Because they always have different input at different stages of the quest.
We're reporting for duty. As
So
bid.
any dialogue you could have had just now, you've missed it.
This is everyone that we could
Or at
round
least any
up on
dialogue
short
you could have
notice.
had from Alize
The
before
others are
Fox
still
Welcome
en
everyone.
route.
Or the others.
Estinian alone we weren't able to make contact with, but we're working on it.
No doubt his link pearl is buried at the bottom of his bag.
Knowing him, he'll turn up when we least expect it.
Now, as much as I'd like to savor our reunion, Tataru tells us there have been developments. Will you apprise us of the details? The Winterers and the Solstice.
The veracity of Halmarut's claims remains unclear. Yet it cannot be denied that, in his bid to convert the living into endless, Calix was privy to knowledge of the reflections and more.
And the Winterers are formed of others, like him.
In light of the recent Void Sense incursions, I believe it would be wise to treat the Solstice as a genuine threat. The problem is how to deal with it.
Both the Source and the Reflections are home to irreplaceable life. I would protect them all if I could. But if doing so means ushering in complete annihilation, then what can we possibly do?
This is indeed a very difficult situation.
True.
I wonder, was Hydaelyn aware of the solstice?
Well, we can handle it.
Given that we had no knowledge of it when you journeyed to Elpis, you couldn't have warned Venar. So it is entirely possible she was unaware. But in the course of sustaining the Sundered Star, she may have glimpsed this eventuality.
Personally chose the second one, but you know, like...
Yeah. Going with the second.
Like, yeah, that's absolutely,
so
like...
she believed that we could
overcome
overcome this trial as well.
Warrior of Light,
or
would say.
rather,
Like, the second,
that the
like,
choice
first
was
one's more
ours
like,
to make.
if you want to play your Warrior of Light, it's like a little more uncertain of things.
Whichever it may be.
But personally chose the second. It's like, after all the Warrior of Light has been through...
We who live in the here and now.
Like, especially ours... Like, it feels like the way we both play ours individually, like, that just feels more like what our character would say, our individual character would say.
Perhaps we could take a recess?
Because, like...
I dare say everyone could use a rest.
Now, personally, it's like,
Indeed.
the Warrior of Light has
We
been,
have
the
ample
Warrior
food
of
for
Light
thought,
has been through so
and
much.
it would be good
it's
to
like,
catch
at
each
the
other up.
start, like, during A Realm Reborn, they're not very confident. You know, they've not really been through much, but... By the time we get into, like, Heaven's Ward, especially, like, midway through...
I forget. Hereon, I believe you should keep the key, Ethos, in your possession. After all, it seems that
you know,
is one mystery I am not
feels like
destined
that
to
one
unravel.
Thing that galvanizes us. Like, let's be fair, we've been forged in fire. Oh, also you can talk to Oriandra and the others, remember? Yeah. Like, we have been forged in fire by this point. Like, after everything you've been through as Warrior of Light, you know, you've been through the events of Realm Reborn, Heaven's Ward, you know, Stormblood, Shadowbringers, Endwalker, now Dawntrail. Not counting 1.0 because the Warrior of Light doesn't remember any of that. Yeah, because obviously memory of that was all erased from the Warrior's mind. But like, after going through all of that, it's like, you know, we have We walked through fire and survived. Come out stronger for it. That's kind of that's the kind of experience that either breaks a person or makes them like tough as hell.
Yeah, the Wallachie, hey? Interesting. So I'm pretty sure the Wallachie are definitely tied into the lore of the Blue Mages here. Especially considering that it's Wallachie totems that can give you access to certain Blue Mage spells.
Yeah, fair.
Of course, should it serve to satisfy your ambition, you are welcome to deal with the reflections as you deem fit. Like the pariah and wanderer who satisfied his own when he brought the star to the brink of ruin to face you.
I detest evenings such as this. Too bright, too stimulating. The mind distracted by the inconsequential. You needn't be so wary. I merely come to offer information before my departure. Halmarut and I will soon cross the rift to observe the enactment of another Winter's plan. Our destination is the fourth. A world locked in ice, whose lands are blanketed in thick clouds. In order to survive, man has fled to the skies, using great magics to establish new civilizations.
Why tell me you're going? Where you're going?
I have my own designs I would see realized. Nothing more.
Answering the question posed to me, which is to Calix, why tell me where you're going?
Believe me or don't, as you like. For all I know, you lack the means to follow us anyway.
Now, honestly, that's one of the best things about FF14 is that, you know, the New Game Plus feature. It allows you to actually experience what it would have been like had you actually chosen.
Said to you earlier.
You know, had you chosen the alternate speech option on the quest.
She suggested that dealing with the reflections might satisfy your ambition. But is that truly so? You have seen battles beyond counting, have defeated even the fear of death. Is there some conclusion that you seek, no matter the cost? I will share with you a truth. We Winterers each have an ambition that we wish to fulfill. To that end, we may share information with one another, but we do not necessarily share the same beliefs. Just as you and yours decried my actions, I find those of my fellows objectionable. Be that as it may, it is the culmination of our lives' works that we would bring to the world, fruits born of undying devotion, daring aspiration, and unwavering ideals. No matter how we are reviled, no matter what we must steal, our actions will be vindicated by those who abide in the future we create. In your benevolence, you may seek to save everything and everyone. But once all is consequently consigned to oblivion, your noble deeds will amount to nothing more than folly. For no living soul shall remain to judge them.
Yeah, probably one of the most painful bits is when the villain has some degree of a point. And with that, we are current. At least until we get like the 5.6 stuff, which will take us fully up to the steps before Evercold.
You mean 7.56, right?
At slip of the tongue. But yeah, the 0.56 patch.
Yep, patch 7.56. However, the patch before then is patch 7.51, which is when is 7.51 anyway?
I believe we're already on 7.51.
Oh well, we're on 7.5.
You sure? Pretty sure with the recent thing that gave us
Oh,
the...
wait, never mind. No, sorry, no, yeah. Wait, does that mean...
One of the biggest things for this current 7.51 patch was the adding of the Dancing Mad Ultimate and the finale for the Cosmic Exploration.
Ah, very true. Yeah, 7.56 is on September 8th. It's when Beastmaster releases. Wait, so Cosmic Exploration's getting its finale? How do you mean finale exactly?
I mean, I'm just going on historical patterns. Is like the final patch was always divided into two halves. Like,
Does that mean Cosmic Exploration's gonna end then, like completely?
or at least we're on the final planet for cosmic exploration.
But does that mean we get to continue it even after that's done?
Yep. I mean, you can still go to the firmament even though that's done. You can still contribute to the Domain restoration even though that's done.
Okay, good point, good point. Yeah, I've been not actually had much of a chance to actually properly finish, you know, Cosmic Exploration. Really need to do that more, you know? Probably gonna do some of that actually after the stream. Still got actually a bunch of energy, and it's like... Actually, to be fair, once the stream is over, probably gonna actually, we could probably do the rest of the duty roulettes, actually.
Also, you got a bit of a wave high in the chat from the Kinsect.
Hey, kid!
So yeah, at this point, all that's really left to do is Hildebrand,
which is very fair.
Yeah. Don't know if there's gonna be another Hildebrand chapter that comes out in the next few patches or not, or if the Hildebrand is so finished up for Dawntrail so far, but we'll find out.
We'll probably get if the pattern is the same as with Endwalk, we'll probably get one last Hildebrand, one last Hildebrand chapter with the end of the patch, you know. It usually goes all the way to the end of the expansion, well, post-patch expansion.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, which means the next time we come back here for stream, we're going to be doing Hildebrand and basically having things all nice and wrapped up until the next big patch.
True, and even if we're not streaming on those days, we can still do some of the content that and then just do some of the content that we've missed. It's like, well, you may have come 100% of the rest of the other expansions. It ain't done so, or at least in terms of side quests. You know, still got like a bunch of older side quest content to do. Like, still gotta do some of the Garnet quests. Just side quests that don't give a gear, you know. Also need to need to actually practice with Samurai, because you end up accidentally overpulling when doing fates and then getting killed.
Yeah.
You know, could probably use a bit of actual practice with that.
And yeah, Kinsect. About 9 o'clock, which is the time my time right now, is usually the rough cutoff point for these streams. You know, barring things going overboard and getting carried away.
Yeah, like that one time we did fucking 7 hours, Nay.
You're not gonna let that go, are you?
No, but it loves. Yes and no. It just loves delivering the line in that one particular style, like giving that basically saying it the exact same way as was said during that one joke. Still love the fact we just kind of just improv ending the stream with you getting chased. Like, just literally just chased you, and then we ended the stream, like, while you were still being chased. Like, that was, like, gonna say it right now, that was purely improv. That was not planned at all, that was literally purely a bit of comedy improv that, like... Obviously, it wasn't actually completely having, like, an absolute crazy meltdown, was just doing that for the comedy, but it was like... Yeah, can reveal now that it's like behind us that was literally just improvised. That wasn't pre-planned. That wasn't like the meltdown thing was not like practiced or rehearsed. That was just like total improv. It was one of the most fun moments. Definitely an amazingly fun moment. But yeah, the Endwalker stream went for 7 hours because obviously there was no way we were gonna just leave partway through that. But obviously there was the time during Dawntrail, like one of the Dawntrail post patch, like wasn't it like during 7.5? Like a couple of weeks ago when we did something similar when we went on for a little extra because of the end of the post patch.
Right, when we were finishing 7.4.
Yeah, 7.4, sorry, yeah. Oh, nice! Welcome to the Sea of Thieves, welcome to the Sea of Thieves, Ken. Definitely gonna have to invite you to a crew and, have a bit of enjoyment there. Been getting back into Sea of Thieves personally. Very, very rusty though.
Well, I think this is as good a point as any to wrap things up for tonight.
Indeed.
Yeah, thanks for joining me again, Tara. It's been fun.
As always, as always.
And thank you to everyone who came by to watch the stream. Hope you all had a good time, and until the next one, take care now. Bye-bye.
Have a good one all.